Greetings, sentient beings and gracile hominids. How is everybody today? At this point, I have not decided what I'm going to run, or even what I'm going to do. So, we have a minute or so before official start of stream. So if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. And at the same time, if you've got any subject matter you want me to try and discuss, suggest that as well. I mean, game options are, well, see, Abzu. I could try Besiege. I haven't played that in a long time. I just downloaded Brighter Shores, which is in early release. There is, of course, Caravan Sandwich. I'm not in the mood for Elite Dangerous because of the fairly substantial learning curve. I never really got into Factoria, so I don't even know how to start that. There's Flower, but I'm pretty much done with that. Genesis of a Small God. Journey. There's always the favourite, The Long Dark. Possibly No Man's Sky. I could continue with Palia, or is it Palia? I haven't played that in a while. I got a bit disenchanted with the constant grind. There's The Pathless, and there is Sky Children of the Light. That's what I've got immediately available on Steam. I could run up one of my Minecraft worlds, I suppose, and assuming everything's still working, take people through that. I could also conceivably do Warzone 2100, which is this really old strategy game which started out life in the PSX days. I think I might do Sky. There's one of my avatars I probably need to run through Eden and do a wing run. So that's where I'm inclined right now, unless somebody makes an alternate suggestion. In fact, I think I'll do that. Which means I've got to now edit. Which means I've got to edit my live feed here. Hang on a second. I'm probably going to regret doing this, but never mind. Do I actually have a separate... I don't have a general Sky, do I? Playlist. Well, that doesn't matter. So I will update this so everybody can see what I'm doing. So if you've come to this late, or you see it online later, skip forward about 5 minutes while I mess around. Oh, that was interesting. I just noticed it says here Curiouser and Curiouser. Yes, I don't have much interest in the Alice in Wonderland event. Sorry, but I don't. So, Eden Run. It is. And most of you won't have seen this particular avatar. He's actually my second oldest. And I do say he because I specifically set him up to basically be male. So he's the one that's actually named after me, or at least my channel name. His name is Shard. Not to be mistaken for one of the officers at the Battle of Rorke's Drift. Well, I might as well just get on with it. I've no idea how many wing buffs he's picked up. But with a bit of luck, I should be able to... actually, during this stream, if I can get through Eden fast enough, I might even be able to complete a wing run with him. With the exception of the Cave of Prophecy. Trying to remember the last time I came through here was with Nimue, trying to lose her wings. Oh, there we go. Of course, for everybody wanting a relaxing experience, this may not qualify. I will try and keep myself as soothing as possible. No, the genesis of this particular avatar was, I say interesting. Depends on your perspective. Very early on, it seemed to me that most of the avatars you can create were female or neutral, and I wanted to run a male avatar, so who had his own personality and history. So Shard was created, and he has been, as far as possible... Oh, that looked painful. Apart from jokes or circumstances, he's been dressing as a man, or male if you prefer, ever since. It does make for a slightly interesting experience early on. I know there is this concept in Sky of the Ikemen. I never really understood what that is. It's a sort of male anime type character, and I don't think he qualifies. He is wearing the mask and the cape from the Journey Pack. And that's been pretty much his standard. Almost always wears the mask. One of my early criticisms of the game, which I think still remains valid, is that there are very few suitable cosmetics for somebody who wants to play as male. In fact, there's so far I've encountered 3 pairs of pants that qualify. He does look, to my eyes, very strange if he ends up with a skirt. He did get one just for grins and giggles during one event. Had nothing else to do with the tickets, so he got them. But there are basically, sorry, cool, sort of, 3 pairs of pants. He's been around for, I think since about March, April 2024. And in that time, there are 3 pairs of pants that I think are suitable for him. One's in the constellation. So avoid this. one's in the constellation. It's a pair of white pants, which he has been known to wear if he wants to look like a farmer with a beard and everything. Then there was the pair of black pants with rainbow braces from the days of colour, which became his default for the longest time. And then the most recent travelling spirit has these sort of quilted pants. Which he's wearing now. The problem is they're best suited for the cold, but I'll take anything I can get. Oops, someone's in trouble down there. This to me is still the most nerve-wracking part of the game. Getting up to Stormlock. Miss me. Funny thing was, early reactions to him as a male character were kind of interesting. I genuinely had one or two players actively run away when they found out that he was essentially male, which I thought was an interesting reaction. And another one was very surprised. Their comment was, "You're a man." It's like, yes, that shouldn't be a problem, should it? So there used to be more. I haven't seen it so much anymore. How did I get stuck down here? There used to be more reactions for whatever reason to people. Playing as male. Sitting down for a moment. Very bizarre, I thought it was. But I suppose it also demonstrates one of the weaknesses of the game. Everyone assumes, you know, that your avatar, at least, is a child. And female. Oops. Clearly did it. I'm just going to go pick up the wings for something to do, really. Maybe that was a mistake. Yeah. This is one of the times when having... Let's just get out of the way for a moment. Okay, I only lost 3. That's not too bad. I can normally make it to the top there without losing any, but I've lost 3. It's not a huge deal. What was I saying? Oh, yes, the possible weakness of the game. Everyone assumes that you're going to appear as literally a child and female, and that's not necessarily the case. I don't think he looks like your traditional Sky Kid. He looks more like, I don't know, at least a teenager. For some reason, in early game, he reminded me of my son, who is a teenager. He's 16 and a half. I now think of him as being a bit older. I think the mask helps, and the fact that he's tall. Height in the game seems to equate to apparent age. He's about as tall as I can get him, I think, without going through a lot more trouble. I think I've missed a few wings back there. It's not a huge deal. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I will light up the torches for everybody. Oops. I'm sorry, I was distracted by somebody messaging me. Who's messaging me? Hang on a moment. I just need to find out. Right, where was I before I... oh, excuse me, before I messed up. Actually, there's no great urgency that I 100% this. Yeah, this has not started out well. Need to slow down. I mean, really, the only reason I'm doing this is to get the wing buffs. You know, it doesn't exactly need the candles. Don't think he's got anything to spend them on. And I've never gotten a decent handle on where all the spirits are here. I can 100% them with a bit of effort. It's kind of funny, actually. This is probably one of the more relaxing Eden events I've done so far. Eden events, I'm sorry. Eden runs I've done. Because, like I say, my whole goal is to convert wing buff. I think I've got 4 waiting for him. And I know I've missed out on 1 spirit already. I might go back and get it. There's one up, I think, up behind that rock, which I haven't got. I might as well go back for it because these are the easy sections. Now, this has become increasingly relaxing. It helps when you don't really mind too much. Where is the one that I missed? Ah, it's up there. Yeah, I always miss that one. Yeah, it's always one to remember. That's tucked away up there. And I'll just wait for the rock fall to pass me by. Arguably, you get a benefit if you run through this as Chibi. I remember Baron's response to running as a Chibi. I think she said something like, "I would rather die with dignity than scurry around like a chibi. I've got nothing against people who run as chibis. They can be quite cute. It's just not something I've ever liked to do. So it's a personal preference. I think part of the issue is that they're short and they look almost... They look of the most... For the most part, they look the most childlike of the avatars you can have. The one notable exception I recall was somebody I met, or rather Baron met, very, very early in the game. Literally my second or third day when I ended up in Eden by accident. And she looks like a grumpy grandma. It's kind of amusing. Didn't know you... Bet you didn't know you could set yourself up to look like a grumpy grandma in the game. Well, you can. But even with me messing up, I should be able to get, if not all the spirits, then at least to the end of the end of the spirits, I should say. Ideally you need about 150 wing levels at the start, and you should, with a bit of effort, get to the final spirits to release them. But my first time through Eden, with the assistance, which was Baron's first time through, I should say, it was back in February, nearly a year ago. And that was one of the best and most memorable gaming experiences, literally, of my life. I was literally floundering around, and apparently it was pretty obvious I had no idea what I was doing. Or I should say Baron was doing. And this veteran player very kindly took me by the hand, guided me through all of this, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, what I was supposed to do, where I was supposed to go. Because I kept thinking there was going to be some kind of big end of level boss or something, so I hung on to my wings. If memory serves, I actually had about 50 of them. 50. My memory wants to say 56. I'm not sure if that's correct. And yeah, I think I died. I can't remember how far through I got. Have I got that one? Probably not. But what occurred to me was that if you take the game a little bit seriously, there's a single overarching intent behind the game. It is self-sacrifice. I mean, particularly that first time through when you realize you can give wings to the spirits, even if you don't know what you're doing. You know, you do it because it seems the right thing to do. Which is what I basically did. I think I gave away about 30 wings. Frantically holding on to some. But yeah, I still have not really changed my mind on that, but especially the first time through. When you don't know what you're doing, the major major theme is self-sacrifice. I didn't know at the time that you would resurrect at the end of it. Spoiler alert. I had no wing buffs, as I recall. Oh, I wouldn't have done that first time. Oh, this is going to be painful. Yep. It's already painful, I'm going to lose wings. But, Excuse me, I do have one of these. I need to get more. I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have done that except that I do like to light up the torches, the light sources for anybody else who follows along. It does make it so much easier. And a few instant recharge spells really helps, and I need to get some more. I think I've got most of them back behind me now. Of course, the other aspect of the game that was demonstrated to me on that first Eden run was kindness and generosity. The veteran who helped me through had no reason to. I personally would hate to help somebody through by holding their hands because you lose them so frequently and you spend so much time. I suppose I could. I know it's not something I'm completely, obviously not against it, but this particular player, I mean, I wasn't the only one she was taking through. They were taking through one or two others as well. And they were patient and very kind. And that kind of selfless kindness, I think, is a very valuable part of the game, to do good without expectation of reward. I don't think I've ever received anything for helping body, except friendship, which of course is its own reward. I will say, it seems to me that in the year that I've been playing, some of the nature of the game has changed. But part of that could simply be that I don't present as a new player anymore, so I don't know to what extent new players are, I want to say, taken advantage of. The game's never been big on that, but I did meet a few dubious characters early game. And I think the reason was I was new to the game. I mean, dubious in the fact that they tried to drop me off in front of Krill. Basically, were trying to get me to give them hearts. I remember one character wanted 3 hearts from me. And was practically begging. In the time that it would have taken me to get 3 hearts and given them to them, they could have probably got them for themselves by other means. Probably should have streamed The Long Dark. That does seem to be a more popular game. But the more I play The Long Dark, the quicker I'm going to die. I really don't like restarting a game so soon. And there should be... Oh, nice slide there. And there should be a couple off to the extreme there, left. Those are my least favourite spirits to get. Yeah, you'll have to deal with the eye close up for a second while I wait for the storm to die down. Oh, so far so good. And we're getting there. Almost to... almost to the end point. Oh. Someone died. Apparently this used to be much harder. Oh, that was nice. Did someone just give me an enchant spell? I'll head for that torch next. And cut back over there. Yeah, this is a bit of an exposed position. Yeah. I'd just dash for it, seeing as somebody's lit a torch over there. Hopefully I got that. Yes, I did. Keyboards can be a little bit... yeah. And sometimes I'm not sure with keyboard whether I've actually managed to activate the wing thing. Did I get that one? Yeah, that point ahead is sort of the ultimate point of no return. Beyond that, basically, there's no recharge points. There's no stopping. You're going to end up dead. I don't think I've ever... I don't know if you can even make it to the crystal. I've never really been that bothered enough to try. I'm gonna have to dash, aren't I? Yep, I've missed it. Yeah, this is a very bad run for me. I normally do a lot better. This isn't going to be one of those where I cut out just the Eden run to say, here's how you do it. This has been pretty terrible for me so far. I think my best I ever did was sort of manage to get over that point with 120, 130 wings, and I'm well short of that. Of course, jumping necessarily isn't the best tactic. 106. The 106 wings is not bad for the rest of it. I think I missed one. Did I miss that one? I don't think I want to bother going back for it. So yeah, this is the last torch, last light source that you can find up here, and then we have to make our way across that lot. This is a point at which I wish I could play through the fire and the flames, because that's appropriate. Well, let's get on with it. Yeah. There's no point in hanging around, really. Just... yeah. try and get through. There's no point in stopping. You're not going to get any respite. You're not going to recharge. I have on occasion managed to get to the last trapped spirit and then turn back. That was amusing. Memory serves, the wind helps blow you, so it's not so bad. And I think those are the final two ahead of us. I might be able to do it. Problem is, now you can't really see too well because there's so much stuff on the screen. And then the last one should be right over there. I think it's the last one. No, there's another one over there. Yeah, is that? I think it is. Doesn't look like I'm going to get it today. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, this was a terrible run for me. Just want to get that last one, if I'm lucky. Yeah, got it. I probably missed a spirit or two. But, yeah, I've gotten this far and had 30 wings left, and then been able to go back. See what I can do. Yeah, I'll settle for that. How long did that take me? 36 minutes. That's not too bad. Right, now we've got to get out of orbit, pick up my wing buffs, and so on and so forth, and what have you. And I think this is a glitch. Yes, I don't think it's supposed to do that. Oh, it's an interesting overhead view, though. Yeah, come on, I just want to get on with this. I wish they'd clean this up a bit. Yeah, that is an interesting overhead. Yes, please. On PC, I've had crashes here. A few times. Literally just dumped me out to the desktop. Wasn't a problem, but I believe others have had more problems with in this area. So I'm trying to remember. I've had crashes pretty much at the wake-up moment there, and I've had a crash or two at this next bit, which I presume is the picking up of your light again. I mean, this is basically the dark room. Yeah, this is the bit that irritates me, I swear. Half the time, you look like you're lined up. This time doesn't seem so bad, but half the time, you go to give them the hug, and... Yep, they miss. Could... Come on, that game company, you could fix that, could you not? Right. Oh, that was straightforward. I swear, collecting candles in one of the realms can take as long. I'm trying to remember which one. Which is the longest realm to collect candles? Probably the Golden Wasteland. Or am I thinking of doing a wing run? I know one of the getting wings from one of the realms can take upwards of half an hour. But with a bit of luck, I've got enough time to do a complete wing run before I have to go. Which is something over 2 hours, so yeah. That should be enough time. Especially if I can rush through this bit. Don't know if they've... I can't be bothered to find out. There used to be a way you could skip this. I think the last time I tried was of mixed success, so we'll just dash down. Not waste any time. No, this is rather reminiscent of Journey, I think. There we go, that's what I wanted. Get picked up by the jellyfish. Whoa, that's disconcerting. I wish they wouldn't do that. Okay, thank you, Manta. I'll let you take me the rest of the way. Oh, I just remembered. This bit will get a copyright warning. There's music that plays, I think pretty much now, which it's technically copyrighted, but the copyright holder, whose name I forget, and don't think it's Aurora. Well, it might be Aurora, but I think doesn't matter. Anyway, they decided they didn't want people in the Ukraine and Russia being able to listen to this music. No, I'm sorry, I'm lying. Belarus and Russia, and I can only assume it's because of the Russia-Ukrainian war that's still ongoing. Honestly, strikes me as being a little trivial that they would do that. I mean, the average person in Belarus and Russia is no more responsible for the war in Ukraine than I am. I'm sure a lot of them would be happy if it was just over. Oh, I forgot this bit. Honestly, I wish there was a way you could skip this. It's doesn't really serve any purpose. I mean, yes, you can pick up some light doing it, but after the first few times, this becomes... I'm sorry, it's meaningful for the first few times. It's nice for the first few times, but after that, I'm sorry, it's just a bit tedious. They ought to make it skippable. We don't need this whole journey thing. Come on, turn. I swear these things are as maneuverable as an Etrich Taube. And you probably never heard of the Etrich Taube. Etrich Taube was a very early pre-World War I aircraft. Taube means dove in German, and it's often said that its wings were based on the design on a dove's wings. That's not actually true. They're based on the seed of a cucumber, not the typical cucumber that you can think of, an Indonesian, Javanese cucumber. And the designer, whose name was Etrich, thought that this particular seed was very suitable for wing design. Got to remember, this was 1911 or so. People were still figuring everything out about heavier than air flight. But one of the interesting things about the seed of this particular plant is it's a winged seed, so it sort of flies. But more importantly, and here's a technical aspect for you, it exhibits phugoid oscillation. And you may be wondering, what on earth is phugoid oscillation? Well, that is, this wing exhibits the behavior that it stalls, drops, picks up speed, stalls again. How many did I start off with? 63? Ah, I think I started off with 63. That's a reasonable performance there. So, yeah, he thought that would be a great idea for... oh, hang on. I can't remember. I've 100%ed one of the... Yes, I'll get back to that in a second. So he thought it would be a good design for an aircraft. And in fact, the result was an aircraft that was extremely stable in flight. Oh, it's the Isle of Dawn I've 100%ed, and I don't know that I want anything from this. Yeah, let's see. I'll get the beard. Yeah. You can try out the beard, and... oh. Of course. What do we think? Yeah, it's not really him. I mean, that's more him, to be honest. So, anyway, Etrich puts this aircraft together. Turns out to be so stable in flight, it doesn't want to turn. I mean, it does, but it takes a lot of effort. but it actually saw service in the Italo-Turkish War, or what was it, 1912 to 13. It was actually the first bomber aircraft. It was the first aircraft to be used in a bombing mission. 66, 67, and I think you pick up 6 more going through here. Trying to remember the name of the pilot. Can't remember. I can see his face. Anyway, yeah. They actually, this wasn't some random thing. They actually planned this bombing mission. Their target was an oasis named Ain Zara, and the pilot literally carried some rather large grenades on his lap, which he had to fuse in flight, and then he got over the target and threw them out. That was the first bombing mission. What was his name? I can't remember. I believe he survived World War One. I think he became fairly significant in Italy's civilian aviation. But I can't remember his name. Drat. I could look it up while I'm waiting for this. Oh, that's interesting. First recorded use of an aircraft as a bomber was on October 16th, 1912, during the First Balkan War. No, that's not correct. That is not correct. It was the Italo-Turkish War. And hang on a second. I'm just wanting to confirm. Oh, grief. Sorry, now I'm curious. Giulio Gavotti, that was him. Yeah, first man to do a bombing mission. And I've got 74. Here we go. So if all else is equal, I should be able to get up to... there's 103 readily available. No, that's not true. There's actually... can't remember now. 99? That you can get without going into the Cave of Prophecy. There's another 4 at the Cave of Prophecy. So that would put him up at 100 and backed up to 177, and then there's 6 more. So he could actually exceed 180 eventually. Right. Who's with me for a wing run? Actually, I don't think you can make 180. Anybody watching probably knows this. Go to the top of the hill, grab the wing there. Drop down to the boat. Head over to the cave. Yeah, it's slightly daft that it's taken me an hour to get through Eden. Well, almost an hour. Seeing as this is a wing run, I won't bother to collect candles. And to be honest with you, he doesn't really need them. I've got 463 candles. That should keep me going for a while. Yeah, I can't remember what Julio Gavotti did during World War One. I think he rose to the rank of colonel. I should have done the long dark. I might have had more audience retention. Yeah, but the Italo-Turkish War was a bit of an eye-opener when it came to aviation. First combat mission, which was a scouting mission. First bombing mission. First squadron deployed into combat. Rest of the world took notice. There were consequences as a result of Gavotti's attack on Ain Zara. The Turkish basically said he was in violation of the rules of war, which technically he sort of was, but that particular rule was a bit silly. Back in, oh grief, was it 1895? There was a convention which stated that you couldn't drop bombs from balloons. And so therefore the attack on Ain Zara was a violation of that. I mean, if you go by the spirit, yeah, he's probably right. But the reality is it was perfectly okay to, shell people from the ocean. And so quite what the difference between that and having bombs dropped on you, I don't entirely know. But the Turks made a big fuss over it. They also claimed that Gavotti hit a hospital, which, as far as I know, he didn't. The Italian press, of course, was all over it as this remarkable achievement. But it did wake up. Well, I say wake up. The rest of the world had, now became aware that aircraft had just entered into the world of warfare and started to do things like the British essentially started to develop the first fighter aircraft. I mean, purpose-designed fighter aircraft, which was the Vickers gun bus, I think they called it. Not a hugely successful aircraft, but it was the first purpose-designed fighter aircraft. Keep thinking I'm doing a candle run. No, I'm not doing a candle run. Hang on, make sure I got them. That one over there, that one here, that one got placed. I need to head to Caves and Prairie Peaks. Definitely should have streamed the Long Dark. Well, pretty much anything except Sky, it seems. Oh, they're stuck. And now we head to Prairie Peaks. I'm not going to pass up the odd candle if it's on my way. Right, coming up for an hour, so I will take a quick break in a moment. I'll leave you something to look at. Just in case anybody shows up. Which doesn't seem likely at this point. I have a feeling this is going to be my least popular live stream ever. Right. I will be back in... Oops, hang on. I'll be back in a few minutes. And I'm back. Basically, if you can see the camera display, then that means I'm back. And I'm just going to check something. Yeah, I just got to leave someone a message. Right. Message sent. Let's be about this. It has to be said, for the claimed video game ASMR, Sky is quite suitable for that. Music's nice, it's relatively soothing. It's a heck of a lot more soothing than, say, oh, let's see. The Long Dark is not what I would call soothing, although it has its cozy moments. And as I've stated before, in order to do this one, you need to either be with a friend, you need at least 55 wings to get up to the top, and that was not very efficient of me, and then there should be a recharge point around here. I don't know if you can use the birds to get to where we're going. Oh, don't tell me they got rid of the recharge. Oh, come on. I'm being kind. Thank you. And I can never remember where that wing is. It's up there, isn't it? Oh, come on. I'm not going to make it, am I? Oh, I just did. Oh, it was slightly more challenging than it needed to be. I wonder how people used to do it when there weren't recharge points there. Presumably they did it with friends. One of those things that the game isn't necessarily friendly to running solo. Sometimes wonder whether it's quicker to fly and then recharge, or just bunny hop the entire way. Of course, if you have a friend who's running piggyback with you, that makes life a lot easier. I suppose I could have done a dual account run, but I don't like doing dual account runs through Eden, and to be honest with you, this is a lot more relaxing. Because you don't have to worry about server splits. And now I need to get a cloud patch so that I can get up there. Wow. I can't remember the last time I ran into this in the dark, and I don't think I've got enough flappy to get over there, so we're going to go recharge on the clouds over here. My favourite way is basically go this way. Go past the peak, pick up a charge here, and then head for those clouds over there. Climb as high as I can, and then sort of swoop across. And I know I have the wing levels to do it, because I've done it before, more times than I care to remember. And should be able to make this, even if I have to do a snatch and run. Yep, gotcha. Dive down towards the Jolly Geologist's Cave, which I should be able to spot from here. Except for the fact that I can't... Where's the path? Nope, I think I've overshot. There it is. I was wrong, I hadn't overshot. Don't know why it says that. I've done the mission. Don't need to be reminded. It's not like I have much cause to do it ever again. Grab that. Go home. In case anybody's wondering what I was doing, I started out not knowing what I was going to run today, what game. And in the end thought I might as well run this avatar through Eden and then through a wing run, which together I should be able to do in about 3 hours. I'm not doing a candle run at the same time, or at least I hope I'm not. I will pick up the candle cakes if I run across them. Right, and this is the first bit where either I'll need help or I just... Oh, no, that's very helpful. Or are they doing a candle run? No. Oh, thank you. We have some assistance. You can do that solo. You just have to glitch it a bit. Let's see. Subjects I have discussed so far during this have been some commentary, if you like, on the lack of outfits for male avatars. The design of the Utrecht Taube aircraft. Whoops, don't need to go that way. Oh, I'm going to have to... No, they're doing that. So hopefully that will mean this will be open in a bit. Yeah, the reason I'm stopping off for this is because I sometimes think there's a causal link between lighting that up and maybe coming across people who have waited to do this, because I need help getting through here. And I need to get through here because there's a wing in there that I want. So now I am hoping that the people doing a candle run will come and assist, otherwise I'm going to have to abandon it and come back later, which I hate doing. Ah, okay. With a bit of luck, they'll be coming to do this, so while they're doing that I may as well take advantage of their hard work. Yep. Okay, we should be good to go. Yep, here we go. Oh, they glitched. That is technically in violation of gameplay. Technically. Because they used an exploit that arguably gave them an unfair advantage over other players. And that is the more or less literal reading of the appropriate legal documentation. Can be interpreted that way. It's pretty much down to that game company how they interpret it. Important thing to note about terms of service is a lot of the interpretation is strictly down to the developers, or possibly the publishers, I suppose. I think I've told the story. I remember when I first revealed that I had more than one account, I was warned that I might be in violation of terms of service. Arguably that led to me actually reading out the terms of service and other things, in which it was revealed that in fact no, running multiple accounts is not in violation of the terms of service. That game company does not recommend it, but they do so apparently because they can't guarantee the safety of your game saves. But there is nothing in the terms of service which is contrary to doing more than one account, and I find it useful. I don't think I've got enough Flappy to get to the top unaided, but let's see. Almost, but not quite. Might have been able to do that had I been a bit more efficient. So we're just going to have to use the clouds as usual. Ooh, I forgot one. I forgot a wing. Tut tut. Not like me to forget a wing. Should be one right here. Yep, in fact I think I can just see it. Did I get it already? Good grief, I did. Huh. It's become so automatic, I guess, that I don't think about it. Two more in the next area. One should be right on the island below me as I enter. I wish they wouldn't do that, so there should be one right down here. Oh, hang on a second. My computer on the side here decided to do a reboot. Hang on a moment. Excuse me a second. This is irritating. Yeah, okay. And I got a message. Hang on. Oh, why did I get a dong? Oh, nothing there. What donged at me? Something did. I don't know why this keeps coming up with audio devices. Very useful trick that you have with Macs, this ability to set up aggregate devices. Right, where was I? I was heading this way. Okay, first ring's down there. 8 in this area, 4 external, and 4 inside the caves. Next one I tend to go for is that one over there because I can go through the clouds. And as stated previously, if you don't have enough glide, you can always use the geyser down there to kick you up. Make it sound so easy. I remember when I was learning where the wings were and how to get to them. Definitely wasn't as easy as it is now. meeting going on over there. Next one is at the top of the mountain. And in fact you can see the one after that off to the right down on the cliff. You know, I probably should have read out there's a paper I've been meaning to read on solvents other than water in extraterrestrial life. Should have read that. Although I will say, reading things like that for a couple of hours with no interaction and just reading is much harder than doing this. Flap over to the jellyfish cave. Hope I don't miss anything. You can pick up a lot of them, just sort of a quick fly through and click at the right time. I know, it's not a candle run. These are on the way, literally. That's the last one here. Go home. Head to the next section. Which is through here. It's always a bit of a question. Do I go through the... I'll do the wind paths. Probably my least favourite wing to get. I tend to either get it immediately or struggle. And now I just need to remember which... Is it that one? Or... No, it's the next one, isn't it? Oh grief, now I've gone and forgotten which one it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, okay, it's going to be one of those days. And what do you want to bet? I've forgotten which tunnel I need to go through. Oh, for heaven's sake. My inherent ineptitude is now on full display. Right, let's see whether this is the right one. Nope. Kidding me. Alright, it must be this one. Told you, I either get it straight off, or I have to struggle. And this qualifies as struggling. Yeah, that was the right one. Alright, I may as well head to the underground caverns next, because I can't get to them so easily through Grand Mars, so I will get them through here. I mean, you can get to them through Grand Mars, but you do really need to rely on someone else helping. And I can't be assured of that, so I'll do this. Follow the birds up. Getting a convenient recharge on the way. If I get it right, which I am in the process of not. There we go. Right. Oh, that's convenient. And I think the cave is up here on the right, depending on how you face, I suppose. And I always end up looking for it. Fortunately, it's an easy one. And the next one is straight ahead. In fact, you can see it just about. There's sometimes a useful patch of light here. Somebody's... Yes, they've got it for me, so it's on the way. Hopefully we don't get the usual... Yeah, we're getting... I wish they'd have the door openings there a little bit more responsive. I mean, this isn't too bad, but it can be irritating. And unfortunately I need one more, which means I need to go all the way to the top. Recharge on the way, I hope. Come here, jellyfish. You can actually get to the top using the birds. Not necessarily the easiest thing in the world, but you can do it. Fortunately, I don't need to use that trick. And that's the final one in this area. Now I can go into Grand Mars from here, but I would still end up having to go... Now I might as well. I'm still going to have to return home and come back down. But if I grab Grand Mars now, it means I don't have to make a side trip. just realized I haven't done a wing run with somebody else in some significant time. That's always interesting. Taking someone else through a wing run when you can't see the wings. And you literally have to remember precisely where they are. Alright, so this means I have to go home now. Probably should have taken a look at the dailies. But, yeah. I think I've got enough candles for the next major in-game event, which hopefully will be worth, I think it's 4 wing buffs, maybe? That would be nice. That'll put me... I think the maximum number of wings that this avatar can get is, including going back up through Eden, I think would be something like 194 now. So I'm getting close to 200. Be interesting to answer the question, can you get 200 wings in a year? You can get awfully close, that's for sure. Next one's up the tree. Should be this one. It's on the way. I'm not doing a candle run. And now it is a fairly straightforward, literally straight line run. I think I say this every time. I remember when this one was hard. I think there's actually a speed run for fastest candle run. I think it's an hour and something. And I'm moderately certain the person who did it used glitches. I mean, say glitches. I think they did things like chibi crouch, fly under, to get under the terrain and go that way. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just slowing myself down. I could just go over the top. Should have just gone over the top from the start. I did get that wing, didn't I? Please don't tell me I forgot that wing. No, I got it. And it's still going to be picky on me. And the same people are waiting. Yeah, see, this is infuriating. Why can't they have the doors open? I mean, that... how hard would that be to fix? It's been the same since forever. And you can spend a significant amount of time. Whoa, in danger of having a bit of trouble here. Funny thing is, I'm so used to doing things this way, I almost don't know. I know where the next wing is, I just don't necessarily have it ideally mapped out as a way to get there. It's up there. Arguably easier to flap over from the other treehouse, but... the amount of self-discipline I'm having to exert to ignore the tempting patches of light. Right, first one up here on the right between the two pipes. Look for the tree with a hole in it, which is over there. That's one. Next one is over here. Up there, to be precise. Right, and now we head down towards the bridge. Right over there. Huh. Somebody setting off fireworks? In the game, I mean, not in real life. Technically, you know, I don't really have to do more than 150. Going up to get the others is not that helpful unless you plan on getting multiple krill strikes, which I do not. Problem is, I swear half the time I'm half asleep when I'm doing through this. It's so rote by this point. I have a theory sometimes why they have these unnecessary, or seemingly unnecessary, cutscenes. I'm sure they could speed them up. And it is to give the game time to load the next bit. Alright. Now you may be wondering why I'm going home at this point rather than going straight ahead there. And that is because this is quicker. So, I mean, it only shaves off a minute or so, if that, but this is probably my least favourite realm to get wings in. Because you end up having to go backwards and forwards. I mean, I've got to go I say, yeah, basically I've got to go home from here. Do I have to? Yeah, pretty much. I think there is a glitchless speed run record for doing a wing run, but the problem with that is I think it was probably set a few years ago, so there wouldn't have been the same number of wings as there are now. There was fewer. So any time a potential speed run is set now is never going to be as quick as the one that was possible a few years ago. Simply because you have to go further. I really should do a video about the about speed running in Sky. There's two there. The next one is at the top of the hill. Yeah, that is kind of amusing. Relax in a hot cup of tea. Can't remember if that was part of Lewis Carroll's original story. The cup of tea there, I think, is from the Alice in Wonderland event. I think in the book they did end up stuffing the dormouse into the teapot, but I don't remember anybody taking a bath in a cup of tea. Someone's pretty good with that flute. I recognise the tune, I just can't remember what it is. And 2 more, and then I got to go back home and do the run down to the ice rink. Yeah, and I can't. I recognise the tune and I can't name it, I'm sorry. It was well done, though. I mean, to be recognisable, even. Right, up to Hermit Valley. $126, okay, that's how many I've got now. No, I'm just going for the candle cake. I swear it's not a candle run. I think I say that every single time. I hope I don't get to the end and find I've missed one. That would be embarrassing. Did that once in what was kinda supposed to be a sorter tutorial. That was definitely embarrassing. You really don't want to set yourselves up for a tutorial and then find out you've missed one. I missed the one in the forest clearing. And I'm talking to myself again. And back we go. Should have all of those off in the Village of Dreams, etc. And I need to come down here twice, basically. Oh, that was... almost went straight to it. That was not planned, that was a happy accident. So I've got to go both ways here, and there's no two ways about it. I don't think there's any other way. So I've got to do the run down to the Colosseum, and then, yeah. Which means I've pretty much got to do Light Collection and Light Collection at the end, all of which costs me time. Right, don't care about any of these lights. Just need to pick up the 2 wings that are on the way down. And actually what I can then do is simply skip this, can't I? Yeah, I can. No, 6 for one, half a dozen of the other. One way or the other, I got to end up at a temple. I know of somebody who says that you can pretty much just set this run going down the slope here, walk away, have a cup of coffee, and by the time you get back you'll probably be at the end. I've never tried that. One day I shall have to, just for grins and giggles. Grab that one. One more auto pickup here. Please refer to previous comments I have made about running down here with a wingless. I mean, they're actually easy enough to miss. The main danger is if you've got someone else taking you. There's no guarantee that they'll forget, well, that they'll remember not to avoid those auto pickups. Almost happened to me once, actually. Wait for the obligatory cutscene. Go up there, onto the shoulder of the statue. Those look like characters from Space Invaders. I'd never noticed that before. Yeah, they do look a bit like... I think they're supposed to be crabs, but they look a bit like the aliens from Space Invaders. If anybody watching remembers Space Invaders. Back when it was the pinnacle of video gaming excellence. One more here, and it is up there. And I need to go home now, come back down. And yeah, this is why I don't like this bit. Because I gotta go this again. So, 2 hours in, and we've got an Eden run under our belt, and 60 odd wings, I think. Two more realms to do after this. I think I have enough time before lunch. going to be irritating, aren't you? Right, 4 more here, and then I can start on the Golden Wasteland. And actually, the Golden Wasteland more or less requires me to go home twice as well. Don't have to, it's just quicker not. It's just quicker to go home. You do Treasure Reefs, then you go home. Do the Forgotten Ark, go home. And then you get the rest of them. Don't think I've ever just followed the birds up. Well, that was moderately slick for me. Drop down. Oh, I remember when this one used to be hard. Right, I'll finish this off, take a quick break, and then we will resume. I wish they'd get rid of this bug as well, this slow shift you get. What's the odds I miss one of these? Just remember to keep to the right. Don't oversteer. There is a bit of a temptation there to make sure you're steering in the right direction. It is honestly simpler just to do it very carefully. You know, just a few taps. Don't mess around too much. And there you go, you can see the next one already. Got it. Go home. Oh, come on. Go home. Thank you. Don't need to go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna have to see. Let's see if I've missed anything. I should wait to the end to make it clearer, but let's have a quick look, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, that one's a bug. That's the trials. Nothing here, nothing there, nothing there. I've got everything I'm supposed to. So, just there, and there to go. Alright, so. Right, I'm going to take a quick break, as usual, on the hour, and I will be back shortly. You'll know I'm back when you can see me on camera. See you in a minute. Hello again. Right, treasure reefs. And no, the wing isn't technically over here, it's over there, but this is an easiest way I know of to get to it. Hopefully I can just get to the bloom. Ah, almost. That was irritating. Yeah, definitely quicker. I mean, obviously I can get back to the social area from here, but it takes too much time, so I'm not going to. I'll just go home from underwater. This one used to be the scariest. It isn't anymore. One thing to watch out for here, it is... I haven't tried it in a while, but it used to be, and I imagine it still is, very common. If you were with a friend and they waited for you on the surface up there, you'd get a service split. It used to be a very common thing. No idea what it's like now. So, just straight through, pick it up, go home. Being able to go home from underwater has helped me a few times when I was running out of air. Right, so I'll grab the 2 in the Broken Temple, head over to the Forgotten Ark. Try and get down to the ground as fast as possible. It's probably possible to simply land on there, but it's easier just to slam into the ground, just as I just did. I don't know if what the most efficient way of doing a wing run actually is. One day I might have to try and figure it out. I wonder if it might not be more efficient to sort of go through the wind path sometimes. Don't think so, to be honest with you. You'd spend too much time actually in the wind paths getting to the next section. Because of course you can get into the wind paths from the Forgotten Ark, but it doesn't get me anywhere useful in the Golden Wasteland at this point. That's interesting. I have never noticed that before. There's a broken bridge off in the far distance over there. I wonder if... I can't see it now. Huh. Plenty of recharge points around here, fortunately. Hello, Jane boy. Did I pronounce that correctly? One quick impromptu recharge. Yeah, today's... Oh. I don't know anything about being cool. Too old for that. So in case you're wondering what I was doing, well, I don't even know you in the game, so that would be a little difficult. And I would strongly advise not to start giving out codes in chat. Yeah, no, I don't know you in in Sky, as far as I know. Otherwise, I'd exchange a heart for a subscribe. No, I wouldn't do that. That's definitely not in the nature of the game. Yeah, I'm going to be... this live stream ends in about 40 minutes, or when I finish doing this wing run. So, good luck even finding me. And definitely don't let me interrupt your school. No, I've made it a sort of recommendation. Don't leave QR codes in chat. It's public. I wouldn't necessarily have the time within the limitations of the game to do anything with it, and you don't know who's going to grab it instead of me. If you want to email me, that's a different thing. My email is in my about information. Oh, I just remembered I need to watch out for my wing levels because I'm going to need them for the next wing, aren't I? Forgot about that. I was going to say, if you're in school, what time is it there? This, by my best estimation, you should be in class right now. And let's see, where is... I always have problems seeing this from the ground. Oh, there. Okay. I should have enough flappy to get up there. Yeah, just in case anybody's watching this right now, basic rule of thumb. If you want to make friends with me in Sky, email me. My email is in the channel description. You can find it there. Don't leave contact information in chat because anybody can come and look at the chat later. Oh, come on. Where's the dragon? Oh, it's above me. $150. Right, now I have to go back to the... Do they call it the boneyard or the graveyard? And this one is actually relatively straightforward despite the presence of the krill. If you come straight through in the direction that I did, you can pretty much pick up the remaining 3 wings here in a fairly straightforward fashion as long as you don't dawdle. And I almost lost my way. Now I should be able to get back and head to the exit before any more krill come round. Yup. Straightforward. Easier I find doing it that way, coming in from the side on the crab fields, than trying to get all 4 at once. And I need a recharge. I just realized, did I pick up... I think I did, didn't I? Ah. Oh. 2 days into college. Yeah. Yeah, that would be around. Is that college as in English college or college as in American college? Because my son's in English college and that started yesterday. Oh. Alright. Oh, you can't honestly expect me to be up to date with modern culture. I'm 59 years old and I still think Dragon Force is hip. Or Sabaton. I tried introducing my son to both of those. He wasn't massively enthusiastic. And arguably one reason why was because both groups started in the 90s. So like 30 years ago. And I still think of them as being quite current. Alright. Half an hour to go. I think. Just make a quick check, find out whether I missed anything. No, I know about those. That's the trials. No, I've got everything there. I've got everything there. That's a bug, so I just have this lot to pick up. And I am not going to pick up the 10 in Eden until the next time I go into Eden. And this one's kind of irritating as well. So, quickest one is probably the one in the Moomins. I'm not going to bother with that one just yet because I still have all these to do. The order doesn't really matter, I still have to go home every single time. 3 in this region, which... Surprisingly, this one is not a... There's one behind the temple here. That one's quite well hidden. I think I've told the story before. I know one vastly more experienced player, and there was 2 wings they didn't know how to find. This was one of them, and the other one was underwater in treasure reefs. So I should top out at 173, I think. At least during this run. I might not bother with the trials at all between this and the next Eden run. Still one of my favourite areas, this. Not this specific one, just the Crescent Oasis in general. In fact, I think it is my favourite area. I wish there was more to do in here, to be honest. Right. Three more in the Starlight Desert. It's interesting that they've got at least space for 3 more events here. Wonder how long it'll take before those get filled in. I wish they'd do more like the Season of the Nine-Coloured Deer. That was a good season. I liked that one. The funny thing is, I always get to about this point and think, have I missed something? Is my mathematics correct? I started off with 74, there are 99, so I should end up with 173. Then I've got the 4 in the trials, which I probably won't bother with, and then there's 6 more possible in the shard events. And then there's 10 in Eden, which I won't bother until the next time I go to Eden. Unless I'm getting close to 200, and then just for the flex I will try and grab everything just to get to 200. I'm not sure. Let's see. So I should be able to get to 177 with the shard events. Hang on. Trying to do mathematics in my head as I do this. $183, $193. So I need 7 more wing buffs to get a chance of hitting 200. And I don't know. I think the next big thing with the spirits is there'll be 4 at once or something. So I should be able to get 4 there. And you know what? By the time this player's a year old, I might have been able to get him up to 200. That would be nice. At least I'll be able to definitively say 100 is possible. 200 is possible in a year. Occasionally you come across somebody who says they got 200 in a matter of months, and it's like, no, you didn't. Sorry, that's not possible. Right. Final stretch. I should be able to do this. And then, of course, we're going to have the inevitable problem with these two. Because there's nobody here to assist, so I'm going to have to try and rely on glitching it, which is kind of possible. Yeah, I dislike trying these days. There's a few people been banned for using them because there was a hack. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think. Hi, Carla. There used to be a very helpful camera glitch you could use with this, but perhaps we can get some assistance. Oh, I think we can. That's nice. Come on, you silly system. I want to be able to bow to them to say thank you. Yeah, but fortunately I didn't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm more and more leery about shared spaces because some people have been allegedly banned for using them when they did a hack. Not the player, the person who left the shared space behind. And I've seen that myself once, I think. But that wasn't too bad. Oh, come on. Thank you. Did I go the right way? I did not. I didn't, did I? You would think by now I would have learned, but... I wonder if it's quicker to go home at this point. Probably, now that I think about it. Yeah, I think in future I'll do this go home and then return. Pop up like a gopher. Right. Fairly straightforward from here, as long as my memory is working. Are there 6 more? For some reason in my head I can only count 5. Is it 5 more left? I'd hate to think that I have missed one, or that my mathematics are faulty. Come on. Up we go. One there. 2, 3. Yep, there's 5 left. Okay. I am reassured I haven't gone crazy in my old age. This has been relatively quick. think the last time I had to really time a wing run, I think I was a bit over 2 hours, 2 hours 10, something like that. I don't need any of that. I just want to finish so that I can get lunch. And I'll see if they need some help over there. Yes, they do. Alright, I'll go and be kind, go and give them a hand. Come on, do you want to get this door open or not? And seeing as I've gone to all the effort, I may as well grab this. Oh, well, that makes it easier for the next section. I suppose in terms of wings, my next goal is get 200 without having to worry about Eden or the trials or shard events. Then I'll think that's a pretty good goal to have achieved. That's gonna take a while. Never remember where this one is. Wrong way. It's over there, isn't it? Almost done. Two more to go, and yeah, I got it. Oh. 2 more. Glad to know my mathematics is working out. Then all I got to do is worry about the copyright, because I'm sure that will crop up. Fortunately, it doesn't count as a copyright strike, and I can get it removed. YouTube has a method of doing that. It takes a while though. I should just be able to fly straight up. And that's me just about done. So, if you hustle it, you can do an Eden run and a wing run in about 3 hours. Probably do it faster. In fact, certainly do it faster. But that's me done. Thank you everybody for watching. Just gonna go home and do a quick double check. I am 99.9% certain I've gotten everything I was intending to get. So, yeah, that's, yes, obviously trials, that's a glitch. No, nothing through here. Nothing through there. All done, and then there's 10 more up there, which I'm not going to bother with. I mean, to be honest with you, anything more than, say, 160 isn't really worth it for me, but it's nice to have everything. Well, within certain limits. Given how long it takes to do the trials, it's almost not worth doing. Right, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate your presence. And I will see you all next time, which will probably be tomorrow morning, my time. Typically 9 AM Greenwich Mean Time. Today I started at 8 because I knew this was going to go on a bit long. No, actually that's not the reason. I started at 8 because I could, and at that point I didn't know what I was going to stream. So anyway, typically 9 AM GMT. Thanks very much for watching again. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you